Hi guys. Right, I don't know how well this is going to record. The screen looks pretty shocking, to be fair, regarding quality, but we'll see how it goes. So I would like to start you off with a little story about a little cockwomble that thinks the whole world revolves around him and his million personalities. Now, 2 years ago, I had to make one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make, and that was I had to walk away from my own daughter because she picked a mind-controlling little prick like him. Anyway, this is where it gets interesting. I still knew what was happening. I knew that what things was happening. Still keep an eye on her, because we can all have little spies. Now, I haven't printed anything off yet, because this is first stage, and for them that know me, will know that first stage, normally I avoid mentioning names, unless they want to try and take it a bit further, and then I will fire everything back. This really, I shouldn't be as polite as I'm being, but too much on the line to just go in all for leather straight away. You're not even worth the fucking energy, to be fair. But this is another. You have left me with no choice, especially with the shit you are coming out with, Sunshine. Seriously. I'll tell you about the photos in a bit. And his little private investigator. Can you see I've still got Trump on the wall, bless him. So I'm just having my dinner as well, so. And like I said, I thought I'd try it on my laptop because I've got my phone here just in case anything else decides to kick off, because it seems to be quite busy this week considering we're in isolation. Anyhow, the reason why I tried what I could to wake Shauna up from being with him straight away is because I did some homework on him and found some pretty shitty stuff. And people that have known me for quite a while will know, because they've seen it in previous videos, that he had removed because he says, I was bullying him. But it's okay for him to bully girls. The irony. The absolute irony. Anyway. He was run out of Bridgend near Wimms Bay in Scotland. Why? Because he was caught watching underage girls getting undressed at a carnival. So the locals dealt with it. It was on the newspapers. You can find it, read it up. Means I'd have to give his name out. Maybe I could give some little clues, or maybe inbox me on Facebook and I'll quite happily give you his name because it's not public then, and he can't take it down for me bullying. It's one of them idiot. This is the guy that mentally abuses women, uses children as weapons when he actually oh yes, more irony. He used to be a member of a group called DADS, Parents Against Parental Alienation, but he actually steals his kids to control his girlfriends. Are you for real? Many posts. I'd never see my grandkids ever. But he was protesting for grandparents' rights. Hypocrite. Proper hypocrite. So yeah, you probably know him for being on Jeremy Kyle quite a lot actually. He was known as a sex pest. And he also donates his sperm for others to have babies, knowing full well that them babies could end up with a disability. He knows full well them babies could end up with a disability, and he quite happily goes and does what he needs to do. Idiot. Now, all I'm saying all of his exes up to now, I know that there is definitely a problem with him having contact with children, because his exes are under social services supervision. And this is what brings me to my next bit. Shauna has had any concerns closed because she did what was best for the children. And she got them the fuck away from you. Now, this whole she made herself homeless twice and scum looking after the kids. My best mate looked after the kids so she could have a break. She'd already had a CRB check done by the social services and she was clear. So, no scum looking after the kids. And she didn't get back at 11 o'clock at night. She was back at 11 o'clock in the morning. You're a compulsive fucking liar. Now, like I said, she didn't make herself homeless neither, because this is where the little story comes in. Bear with me, I need a mouthful of my food. Right. You used her kids and you threw her out because she caught you trying to pack bags to piss off with the kids. So you kicked her out the house again. You left her in the middle of somewhere, locked the doors and made it out that she was the violent one, and you fucked off with the kids after she took a letter in to take her off the tenancy. All planned, wasn't it? Thing is, you didn't actually realise that there was a bigger plan happening when we found out in the background. And this is where all your little games have gone poof. Like I said, I'd never turn my back on my kids. But she needed to learn that you was a wrong un. And I'm glad it only took a couple of years instead of a lot more years. But she got back in touch with Mummy. And straight away, we was all there. Because one thing, we might not be a close-knit family, but when we need each other, family comes first. And that is how they've been brought up. I knew things was going off. I had people messaging me, sometimes daily, to let me know what you was doing. Right? And then when you did that with the kids, and we was talking, I told Shauna that she would have to do it on her own, because I knew how your head worked. I knew that you would use anything you could to make it hard for her. So she knew she had to get a house to get her kids back, because you was using them as weapons against her. After how many years of mental torture, but we'll get into that bit in a minute, because it's not just been mental torture, has it? So she had to get a house to get the kids back. And when you returned the kids, we was already on standby. When I go quiet, there's going to be a problem. And you pushed the wrong buttons. She's my daughter. As soon as she got her babies back, because you're nothing but a sperm donor, I sorted out for the relevant people to go and pick her and the babies up and get them back on English soil, where you couldn't control her. Because you thought once she had a house and the babies were back, you could control her that way. No, mate, not happening. My daughter, no. She didn't make herself homeless. She already had somewhere to come. She had enough stuff. All the relevant phone calls were made. House sorted. Furnished within a week. She knew what she was coming to. And we knew what she was coming to. And this is another thing. When we was talking, there was rules laid down because, like I said, I know how you work. The first one was she wasn't to come back here because I knew that you Jews, our involvement with the social services to fight and just basically destroy her, because you've never cared about her. The kids were a cash cow. It's as simple as that. You've never cared about any of the kids. It's all about money. Because you're still claiming for them, aren't you? Didn't think we'd find that one out, did you? How was Shauna going to live if she did stay up there? You claiming everything but her money. How on earth is she supposed to support children when you're claiming the children's money, you little rat? Also, another one of the rules that was laid down was we weren't going to have the children unsupervised because, again, we know how you play. And you will play under the belt tactics to try and destroy it. Because your fucking life is worth nothing, you just want to destroy everyone in it. Well, the bullshit and brain scenario, like I've said before, don't wear with me. So, this private investigator you've got, I'd love to know what he's been drinking. I want some. Because he's got evidence that we've had the children unsupervised. Now, if you was that clever, little cockwomble, my house is cameraed back, front, middle, top. Shows everyone that comes in and out, who they leave with, who they don't leave with. So I would love to see these pictures of her leaving the children with us unsupervised. Because I tell you what, I'm quite happy to sit through hours and hours and hours and hours of CCTV to prove you wrong. Now, like I said, back to social services. Now she's away from you and she's sorted with a house and she's getting on with her life. Social services have gone. She's done the best thing for the kids and there's no concerns. The only reason there was concerns when you was together in Scotland is because of you. That says it all. Like it says, I don't need to print anything off yet because I'm not mentioning names. I'm putting this video out there just to let people know just how much of a lying, controlling, manipulative little wanker you are. You're so full of shit. It's untrue. Anyway, expect some court paperwork through soon, mate, because you deserve it. And they've seen exactly what you like. You're the danger to my grandkids, not Sean. You're the one still trying to play egg games. And this is where we come to the social experiment. This was done to prove more than one fact. This is to prove that anybody, and I mean anybody, that's been involved in a mentally abusive relationship, it is so easy to put out there that you are somewhere that you're not. The thing is, we put posts out public saying that we was heading to Bathgate. And there was a lot of people on side because they know that you're a wrong 'un. So there was all there to play along with it. But don't think for 1 minute, right, if it was needed, it'd happen. But we don't need to play like that with idiots like you. Plus, it proves, like I said, you could be anywhere. You are still trying to control her emotions with your actions and your little one-liners, which have all been screenshot and will all be handed to the right people. You seem to forget, I know your address. And you can take that any way you like, because I was actually thinking of solicitors' letters. The one thing you seem to keep forgetting is you're not dealing with an idiot. You're dealing with a mother that's pissed off with what you've done to her daughter. And I said, I'm patient. I can wait. So quit with your little games and your little, but it's for the kids playing the martyr, because the kids don't, they're cash cows to you. That is all they are. You want control. You want to be king. Well, it's fucking backfired this time, sunshine. So here's a little word to you. Stay away from my daughter, because this is a warning. Next time, your name will be out. And if I have to give your address out, right, because there's a lot of people that want to know where you are, I will. I will go to jail for my kids. I've never said anything different than that. I need to protect her. She doesn't leave the children with me because we'd already laid them rules down. So you quit with your shit and stop tagging people in it thinking that you... I tell you what, I would love for you to turn up at my front door. Play games with me, I dare you. Come to my door. I've invited you. I'll even put the kettle on. You stay away from my daughter though. See ya.